show Race to Power. I'm Ananya Datta and I'm here to tell you what your leaders are doing and not doing. Here's what we have lined up for you tonight. In India, BJP is using its tried and tested election strategy, turning opposition's criticism into a social media campaign. If you're wondering why Modi ka Parivar was trending this afternoon, you'll have the answers in minutes. Now, the Super Bowl of elections are almost here. Tomorrow, millions of Americans are going to vote in Super Tuesday. If you're wondering why people are voting 8 months ahead of the election day, we have you covered. We have an explainer coming up to tell you how super this Super Tuesday is, how delicate the game of delegates have become, and what this will mean for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. All right, let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kicked off his 10-day visit to 10 states and 2 union territories today. As part of the first leg, Prime Minister Modi will be covering 5 of these states by 6th of March. Prime Minister Modi will cover the states of Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, West Bengal and Bihar between March 4th and 6th. Prime Minister Modi began his marathon tour from Telangana, where he laid the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth billions of dollars for power, rail and road sector in Adilabad. Later, he visited the nuclear power station at Tamil Nadu's Kalpakkam and addressed a public meeting in Chennai.
आज मैं आप सबके बीच 30 से ज्यादा विकास कार्यों के लोकार्पण और शिलान्यास, इसका मुझे आज यहां अवसर मिला है। 56,000 करोड़ 56,000 करोड़ रुपीस, उससे भी ज्यादा ये प्रोजेक्ट तेलंगाना समेत देश के अनेक राज्यों में विकास का नया अध्याय लिखेंगे।
The states of Telangana and Tamil Nadu are particularly important for the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. Although dominant in northern India, it does not have a foothold in southern states, barring Karnataka. In Tamil Nadu, the BJP could not even win a single seat of the 38 total seats in 2019. Meanwhile, in Telangana, the party managed only 4 seats out of 17 in 2019. The BJP has set itself a target of upping its tally from 303 in 2019 to over 370 in 2024. And for that to happen, southern states are of utmost significance. With its performance more or less saturated in the northern and central belts, the BJP is looking to improve its tally by winning more seats in southern and eastern states. After Telangana and Tamil Nadu, Prime Minister Modi will travel to Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir and Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan and then finally Delhi. Remember, the multi-state tour is coming just days before the Election Commission is expected to announce the schedule for the upcoming polls. Now, India's ruling BJP party has given a 140 crore people reply to Lalu Yadav's "Modi has no family" swipe. The new slogan is reminiscent of the 2019 "Main bhi Chaukidar Hu" campaign, which was prompted by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's remark, "Chaukidar chor hai." Now, on Sunday, RJD patriarch and India Alliance leader Lalu Yadav took a personal swipe at the Prime Minister, saying, "What can we do if Narendra Modi does not have a family of his own?" Yadav was addressing the Jan Vishwas Maha Rally at the Gandhi Maidan in Patna. It was also attended by several opposition leaders, including Rahul Gandhi and Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav.
What can we do if Narendra Modi does not have a family of his own? तुम बताओ ना कि तुमको क्यों परिवार में
BJP did not take much time to hit back. On Monday, it launched an online campaign called Modi Ka Parivar, or as it translates in English, Modi's family. Prime Minister Modi reacted to Lalu Prasad Yadav's comments in Telangana on Monday. The Prime Minister underscored that crores of people of the country consider him as their own, as a member of their family.
मैं इनके परिवारवाद पर सवाल उठाता हूं तो इन लोगों ने बोलना शुरू कर दिया है कि मोदी का कोई परिवार नहीं है, कि मैं देशवासियों के लिए जीऊंगा। मेरा पल पल सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके लिए होंगे।
As the Prime Minister stepped up his counter-offensive on comments made by Yadav in Telangana, BJP's top brass left no stones unturned to raise the issue. Several top leaders, including Amit Shah and JP Nadda, added Modi Ka Parivar or Modi's family suffix on their social media handles in solidarity with the Prime Minister. But this is not the first time that the BJP has turned around the opposition's criticism and used it as a device force to contest polls. Ahead of last general election in 2019, that is, the Prime Minister posted a video on the platform X with the hashtag Main bhi Chaukidar, or I'm also your watchman. It was prompted by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's remark, Chaukidar chor hai, which translates to the security guard is a thief. All eyes now on whether the Modi Ka Parivar slogan can work the same magic for Prime Minister Modi's electoral fortunes.
हमें आशीर्वाद देने आए हैं। आपका यही जोश, यही उत्साह।
And in the Indian capital, the Delhi government has announced its budget for the financial year 2024-25. Finance Minister Atishi presented the budget in the State Assembly and spoke about how Delhi has transformed in the last 10 years under the Aam Aadmi Party government. The budget is centered around the concept of Ram Rajya. The Aap Party says that it sees Ram Rajya as a governance model, that it prioritizes the welfare of the poor, providing them with free and high-quality healthcare, education and other essential services. In fact, about 21% of the budget outlay has been allocated towards education. But the highlight of the budget was the launch of the Mukhyamantri Mahila Samman Yojana. The scheme will provide 1,000 rupees or about $12 every month to women above the age of 18. However, government employees, income taxpayers and those who are receiving pensions will not be eligible. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has responded to the Enforcement Directorate's summons related to the ongoing money laundering probe against him. Despite deeming the summons as quote-unquote illegal, Kejriwal has expressed his willingness to answer the probe agency's questions. But he wishes to do this on his own accord. Kejriwal has proposed a day after March 12th. The Aam Aadmi Party said that the Chief Minister will attend the hearing through video conferencing. However, the probe agency is adamant about physically questioning him. The ED has said that there is no provisions for interrogating through video conferencing. And this move will come after it's issued its 8th summon on February 27th. The ongoing probe revolves around alleged irregularities in the formulation and implementation of the Delhi excise policy. The ED seeks Kejriwal's statement over allegations of bribery. Remember, the Delhi Chief Minister has previously skipped 7 summons issued by the ED, labelling them illegal and politically motivated. Now, in minutes from now, the US Supreme Court could decide whether Donald Trump will appear on Colorado's 2024 ballot. This comes just a day before the crucial presidential primaries on Super Tuesday. All speculation suggests that the SCOTUS is set to rule on Trump's eligibility for Colorado's primary ballot. The timing of the court's actions may have been influenced by the electoral calendar. The Colorado Supreme Court had ruled in December that Trump is ineligible to seek or hold office. And the Republican Party had asked the top court's justices to intervene in the case, urging to act before the looming Super Tuesday primaries, which include Colorado. But whether or not Trump appears on the Colorado ballot is not the only question here. The ruling is also likely to resolve whether the former president is eligible to run in the general elections this November. The decision could have an impact on any other state where his eligibility to run has been challenged. The ruling's significance and its implications are both enormous. Remember, the Supreme Court has not assumed such a direct role in a presidential contest since the Bush versus Gore decision in 2000. As Donald Trump continues to battle challenges in his race to power, his only challenger's campaign is notching up small but symbolic boosts. Nikki Haley has secured her first victory of the 2024 Republican primary with a win in Washington, D.C. The former South Carolina governor has picked up 19 delegates from her win, and that's a tiny portion of the 1,215 delegates needed to clinch the nomination. But this victory has made Haley the first woman to win a Republican primary in U.S.'s history. Haley still faces near impossible odds in her quest to take on Joe Biden in November. Trump has won the first 8 nominating contests by significant margins. And if opinion polls hold true, he is also expected to win almost all upcoming contests.
You know that they need to vote in this primary. You'd be surprised at how many of your
So all that happened ahead of the Super Tuesday. But let me give you the full context. In the next 2 minutes, I'll explain to you what Super Tuesday is and if Joe Biden and Donald Trump haven't had much competition so far, then why should they care about this Tuesday? Let's find out.
One of the busiest days in America's election calendar is here. Super Tuesday is the Super Bowl of politics.
With your help, we will win big on Super Tuesday.
And this is what it means in numbers. Ballots will open in 15 states and 1 territory. The fate of 1,439 Democratic and 874 Republican delegates will be decided. However, unlike other countries, the election process is a little different in the United States. Voters don't directly choose the president. They vote for delegates who then go on to choose the president. Super Tuesdays take place every election year on the first Tuesday of March. The debate over the origin of the name is still ongoing. Some say it started in 1976, others quote 1988. The thinking behind the system is to have the bulk of votes early in the election cycle to better influence the party's pick. This year, Joe Biden and Donald Trump haven't had to sweat much, but Super Tuesday will still be crucial. Overall, Biden has secured 206 delegates so far. He needs a total of 1,968 out of the 3,934 delegates to win. On the other hand, the former president is standing with 244 delegates right now. Trump needs a total of 1,215 of the 2,429 delegates. In 2016, Super Tuesday was the moment when Trump really seized control of the Republican primary. But what about Nikki Haley? Well, Super Tuesday is more crucial for Haley than anyone else in the fray. It will be the ultimate decider. Her never give up mantra won't work after this point. Haley will be left out in case she fails to thrust her way back into the race. A strong showing could give any presidential campaign a much needed shot in the arm. Super Tuesday won't be the end game. Primaries and caucuses will continue till June. Meanwhile, the results will begin to trickle in once polls close. Typically, that is around 7 p.m. local time or later. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
All right, Israel's key war cabinet member and centrist leader Benny Gantz is currently in the United States to discuss a potential ceasefire in Gaza. The visit comes in the backdrop of a crucial meeting in Cairo between Israel and Hamas to further the negotiations on a ceasefire in Gaza. In a short while from now, Gantz will meet Vice President Kamala Harris to discuss the situation in the war-torn enclave and alternatives to increase the flow of aid in Gaza. The war cabinet leader will also be meeting the White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, and interaction with Secretary of State Antony Blinken is also on the cards. However, the visit has left a bitter aftertaste for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is reportedly furious with his political rival's diplomatic outreach program. The right-wing leader is said to have remarked that Israel only has one prime minister and that he did not authorize Gantz's visit to Washington. Remember, all official visits by Israeli ministers have to follow a protocol of prior clearance and approval of the travel plan. The visit has widened the already gaping distances between Netanyahu and the former military chief, further straining an already vulnerable war cabinet. Israeli media outlets have also reported about an alleged tense phone conversation between the two leaders, as Gantz reportedly informed Netanyahu of the visit only on Friday. Now, amid unending allegations of widespread poll rigging by the opposition Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and hectic negotiations by political parties and allies, the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz's Shehbaz Sharif has been sworn in as the Prime Minister for the second time. Now, Sharif inherits a spiraling economy and political instability. Pakistan's President Arif Alvi presided over the oath-taking ceremony. Senior leaders of the PMLN like Nawaz Sharif and PPP chief Bilawal Bhutto Zardari were also seen in attendance at the President House in Islamabad.
मैं मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ सिद्क़े दिल से हल्फ उठाता हूँ कि मैं मुसलमान हूँ और वहदत तौहीद क़ादिर मुतलक अल्लाह तबारक व तआला कुतुब इलाहिया.
Shehbaz Sharif took oath a day after Pakistan's National Assembly voted overwhelmingly in his favour. Sharif secured 201 of the total of 336 votes, well past the threshold of 169 votes that a leader needs to garner a clear majority. Younger brother to former three-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, the PMLN leader defeated Imran Khan-backed Prime Ministerial candidate Umar Ayub Khan. And that was by a substantial margin. Khan, a veteran leader of the PTI-backed Sunni Ittihad Council, only managed to secure 92 votes to his name. Now, 72-year-old Shehbaz Sharif now has an uphill task ahead of him, as Pakistan remains in the thick of an economic crisis and a slew of security challenges that also plague the nation. Now, Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik gets us more from Islamabad.
Pakistan's 24th Prime Minister Mia Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has been sworn in. The oath was administered by the incumbent President Dr. Arif Alvi at the Aiwan-e-Sadr, that is right behind me. The oath ceremony was attended by former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who also is Shehbaz Sharif's elder brother, the three services chiefs, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, Asif Ali Zardari, and other politicians and members of the diplomatic community. Now, with this, the looming the democratic crisis is over, but that being said, the other challenges that they encounter is with regards to the cabinet formation, economic challenge, political stability, and how to ensure that the money starts flowing in. A couple of challenges there, some lined up, some known, some unknown. But that being said, given that this is a minority government, minority not in terms of figure, but in terms of support. Therefore, it would not be an easy ride ahead for the newly sworn-in Prime Minister. Anas Malik in Islamabad, Pakistan for WION World is One.
On to another race to power. Conservative candidates have swept Iran's parliamentary and religious assembly elections. Hardline President Ibrahim Raisi has been re-elected to the Assembly of Experts for the third time with 82.5% votes. Authorities were still counting ballots 2 days after Friday's vote for members of parliament and for the Assembly of Experts. The voter turnout for Iran's parliamentary election has hit a historic low of around 41% in 2024. It is considered to be the lowest turnout since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Meanwhile, in the 2020 parliamentary elections, it fell to 42.5% from about 62% in 2016. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has also accused Tehran's quote-unquote enemies, a term he uses for United States and Israel, of trying to create despair among Iranian voters. Hardliners have controlled the parliament for the past 2 decades now, with chants of quote-unquote death to America often heard while it is in session. Over 15,000 candidates ran for the 290-seat parliament on Friday. The poll was conducted simultaneously with another vote for the 88-seat Assembly of Experts. It is an influential body that has the task of choosing 84-year-old Khamenei's successor.
In total, 245 people have been elected so far and will be introduced to the parliament. Out of 208 constituencies, 21 will vote in the runoff. There are 45 seats to be decided in the runoff.
Friday's election was the first since the bloody crackdown on the 2022 nationwide protests that followed the death of Mahsa Amini in police's custody. Tehran's elections also took place at a time when the nation is grappling with an economic crisis, with the value of rial sliding against US dollar and military confrontations in West Asia. Now, before we wrap up, here are a few election stories from India that you might be interested. 7-judge Supreme Court bench overrules its previous majority judgment in the 1998 JMM bribery case. A ruling means that the Indian lawmakers do not enjoy immunity from prosecution for taking bribe to make a speech or cast a vote in the legislature. Judgment virtually opens the doors for the CBI to initiate prosecution against the accused in bribery cases under the Prevention of Corruption Act. The political landscape in Odisha intensifies. Ruling BJD and opposition BJP parties accuse each other of spreading rumours regarding a potential pre-poll alliance. BJP State President Manmohan Samal clarifies that no talks or possibilities of a tie-up with the BJD. Meanwhile, BJD's national spokesperson rebuts BJP's accusations, claims that it was the BJP who initiated the alliance rumours. Top opposition leaders of the India Alliance have criticised the BJP in a rally in Patna on Sunday, targeting Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar for switching alliances. The development comes one day after Prime Minister Modi and Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's rally in Aurangabad, where the latter said that he, though had quote-unquote vanished in between and is here to stay in the NDA fold. And with that, we are wrapping up this edition of Race to Power. Thanks for watching with me, Ananya Datta. Goodbye.
India's Global Voice, the channel that brings you the biggest stories from across the world through India's lens. Now available in more than 190 countries worldwide. Because we believe that the world is one. Watch us in Africa, Europe, USA and Canada, South America, Asia Pacific, Middle East and North African regions. Also available on these digital platforms across the world. WION. World is one.